again a very warm welcome to all the participants to Grand Thornton Bharat's webinar on decoding CFA. So now, as we begin decoding this prestigious global credential, we'll walk you through what this qualification actually is. Okay. Then, what is the eligibility criteria to pursue this qualification? Then, why should you pursue this qualification? What it has for you? What is the exam structure? What is the entire process of it? Right? What are the expansive career opportunities once you pursue CFA? And in the end, we will also be resolving all your queries that you have. Also, it's not just that you'll be resolving your queries towards the very end, but you can still keep on dropping your queries in the chat box and in the Q&A section. We're happy to take up all your queries and resolve them for you. So now, as we begin, decoding it. Now, before we actually come to what is CFA, right? So let us first understand that why CFA is so active in today's time. Why is this qualification actually called the gold standard? Why is it flourishing so much? So if you understand that finance today is more than crunching numbers or reading balance sheets. Today, professionals are expected to evaluate investments, to understand how markets keep on changing, to manage portfolios, and most importantly, they're expected to build strategies that keep changing, that keep shaping the finance world, right? The finance world keeps constantly changing. And this is where, in terms of strategies, this is where CFA qualification becomes invaluable in the global market. It shapes you into an expert who analyzes markets, who manages wealth, and who helps organizations, investors, and institutions make informed decisions for their future. So, this qualification actually strengthens your credibility and positions you as an expert, right? As an expert, as a structured expert in the global market. So, now let me introduce you to our speaker, to our expert of today's session, Mr. Gaurav Arora. So Mr. Gaurav Arora is working as an associate director at Grant Thornton Bharat, and he is a senior subject matter expert in our all finance programs. And he himself is a chartered financial analyst. So there's no one better than him who can walk us through each and every detail of this qualification. So over to you, Gaurav.
Thank you so much, Ashmeet, for the warm welcome. And we also welcome everyone here so that we start this journey and take this journey together and help you all understand and clarify your own doubts. Understand the importance of the CFA as well as clarify your own doubts to the maximum possible we can. I, Gaurav Arora, would like to take this journey along with you all so that we can understand the importance of it and what is so important in finance. And also to understand that, guys, even if we are rightly qualified or highly qualified, what are the good job opportunities we should look forward for? At the end of the day, higher qualification not only leads to or should not only lead to, the charter or a tag with us, it should also lead to a right opportunity basis what we have learned together. And I learned this hard way, or I would say not only sweet way, but a hard way. Cracking CFA was another task, and getting a right job was another toll for me. However, I'm happy to share my experiences with all of you. But first, let's take it forward. What is Grand Thornton Bharat, as we all know? So we are around 12,000 people, almost in 19 offices, differently located. And our office locations are in Ahmedabad, Bangalore, Chandigarh, Chennai, and of course, different cities. I based out at Gurgaon, me and Ashmeet, and in Delhi, Noida, Pune, and so on. And upcoming offices are also there in Lucknow, Bhubaneswar, and other cities too. So we are not only in tier one, but tier two cities also to give everyone equal opportunity who are in different cities altogether. Of course, we rank top five among in all major markets, including India for sure. And we serves around 61% of the Fortune 500 companies which are there. And we have serving being 32% of the Fortune India next 500 companies too. So being local and of course we are also available global. Next slide, please. So about LearninGT, may I just hear from all of you? Other than this seminar, how many of you heard about this about LearninGT? I know Ashmeet must have shared a couple of mails to all of you, and you must have received lot many things. But yes, if may I know, Okay, Heyman, thank you. Anyone who have heard it prior to this particular webinar, seminar or so?
You
Only
can
one,
also
two,
drop in chat
lot
box.
of mails.
Yeah.
Oh, lot of mails. Okay, means Ashmit is doing a good job, huh? So, so that's wonderful. Ashmit and team are doing good job. Thank you, Ashmit. All the best for different courses for sure, Himanshu. Thank you so much. I'm sure. And since I have been attached to LearninGT, and this is from my passion point of view as well as because I've been doing L&D since long, and of course to share my experiences with all the candidates, help them to build their career paths to the best possible we can. So Learning GT, of course, has trained almost 35,000 learners and with around almost 12 lakhs 60,000 plus learning hours. This is just a simple fact sheet. Plus corporate trainings we are also doing with 150 plus trainers. 36, now it is increasing to 40 plus, and plus 2,500 hours plus of the LMS learning content which we also provide. Mode of learnings, of course, which could be blend of live online, e-learning, classroom, combination of these two also. And generally, ratings varies from 4.5 to 5, and hence we try to maintain the same thing altogether. Next slide, please.
So before we
Huh.
actually move on to the next slide and open it up, so let's quickly have a Q&A. So guys, you can drop in the chat box that how many of you actually know what CFA is, or what do you know about this qualification CFA? You can drop your inputs in the chat box.
Sure, other than the CFA full form.
Yeah,
Huh?
that's
One politely shared the same full form last time. Okay, investment banking, Divya.
yes,
Thank you.
yes, Baba. Yeah, that's me.
IB. So it is private equity. Okay, thank you. IB and PE. Thank you. What about others? Business analyst is a position. Okay, and CFA people gets into IB. Very good. FDT, finance due diligence. I'm just decoding FDD as financial due diligence. Okay. Thank you. Portfolio manager.
I believe we've got good number of words that are related to CFA. Now coming on to the exact explanation, moving on to the next slide. Yeah,
Research analysts and so on. Okay. Yeah. People are still writing. So CFA qualification. Okay. Shall I?
yeah,
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. So it's a certification which can lead to you to job in finance and audit. Okay. Specifically in finance, not only in audit. So that's what is there, Himanshu. So as we know that it is one of the most reputed designations in finance, and its meaning concerns the state mission of the CFA Institute, and of course it is based out at US. And there's a minimum eligibility criteria for that. That criteria is none other than the person who is holding a bachelor degree or pursuing graduation, irrespective of the specialization. Then the person who has completed his 2 years, then he or she is eligible for it. However, the earlier criteria was, friends, that a person should be minimum graduate to write the examination. Even a person who is 10 plus 2 here can enroll into CFA. However, a person who is enrolled into graduation right now and completed 23 years, or sorry, 23 months specifically for that particular thing. So 23 months from the same, he or she would be eligible to write the examination and then take it forward. So year one, which is final year students can also, and level two students must complete their degree and provide a documentation of to the CFA Institute. So this is how the particular structure is there. This change, which is from a 3 year complete graduation to minimum 2 year of a graduation, has taken place in this year itself, which is 2025. So hence the things are that the eligibility criteria is now more smoothened out, right? So that is what the things are. Ashmit, there are people who have written in chat, so let me just also put it through.
right.
But I am a qualified chartered accountant. I have not done graduation. Okay. So see, you are already a qualified chartered accountant, means already a post means already a professional qualification which is there in your own hand. So maybe we can do one thing. We can also check as an exception with the CFA Institute that what would be the criteria that today the person is already a charter holder and he or she would like to pursue a CFA, because sometimes they also come up with the criteria. This criteria is already there. However, they also see what is the immediate and minimum qualification which a person holds. So whether the person would be able to, then we can definitely check with a CFA Institute and get back to you. Ashmeet, maybe we can just note this down.
Right,
Right.
I'm noting.
Okay. Sir, I completed my CA Inter and I'm eligible to write level one. So CA Inter you have completed, but not the graduation, is it? So Ishwar, have you completed your graduation part also? Yes, sir. Okay. So minimum criteria is that you should be a grad or pursuing a graduation and hence take it forward. So because CFA says that it's a professional qualification. Professional means you should be rightly qualified. Rightly qualified means you are already done with your own graduation aspect. Then you are taking ahead with CFA level 1 followed by level 2 and so on. Since a qualified CA is equivalent to PG as ICA, so you have to give that same thing or maybe we can definitely check the same thing, Mukul, from the CFA Institute at whether that same thing is already eligible or not. Okay. No, sir, I didn't enroll for any graduation program. That's okay. So we can check it as an exception from the CFA Institute. However, see, for the purpose of taking an admission and rolling it, I'm sure CFA doesn't stop anyone. Even they do not bifurcate or they do not share that yes, boss, today tomorrow the person is from BSc background, the person should be or candidate should be from the finance background and so on. So that is not the criteria is that a person should be pursuing his or her education qualification and so on to take it forward. Yeah. Yeah, we can move ahead, Ashmeet, if more questions would come up so we can take it
Yeah,
forward. Yeah.
then we can take it
Why should you pursue CFA? Of course, global recognition, 160 plus countries, and so on. I'm not reading all the points. However, I have seen the same thing with my career experiences. That so I hold around 16 years of experience. Worked with almost six companies. This is my sixth organization in 16 years. I've worked with companies like Accenture, Moody's Analytics, eValueServe into core investment banking, as well as with Tata Steels, with KPMG. So one thing I learned there, and almost in every organization, is that qualification, rightly qualified people are differently treated. And also, you should be in a right line after having a right qualification with you. So, for example, if I've done a CFA and I land up doing some marketing and sales job, that is not a correlation. So I should be able to give my best because I have maybe made my nights so dark while studying and all of the stuff. So coming to that same particular part, I should be able to address and give to the best possible I can and align my particular qualifications with that same thing which is already required in the organization. When I was with Moody's Analytics, so I would like to share my experience that people who got hired faster and preferred was CFA level 1 candidate itself. I'll share a reason with you because once we go to the next slide, which is the curriculum and all, their curriculum or CFA curriculum is so robust that we understand that participants who is done with level 1 examination and cleared it, he means he has already CFA level 1 completed, then he has a certain level of a knowledge and investment bankers able to see them as a prospective employee with them also. Not necessary that every time they are doing it the same way. However, all the organizations like WNS, Moody's Analytics, which is Equity Knowledge Partners today, eValueServe, preferred candidate is this. Even in my last organization, I hired CFA level 1 candidate within my team rather than MBA finance from any other tier good colleges. Because I understand that it's something which is a correlation of the line, what he or she has already completed. He or she would be able to correlate and contribute better in that particular area. Help yourself get CFA level 1 done. That is most important. So it took me 2.5 years to complete all the things, but yes, I would say that yes, you can do it also. Though it is tough, and I being candid, it is tough. It is not easy. It is not a like that you have studied for 2 nights and then completed the same course. No, not at all. Be practical in that all the professional courses. However, 3 year minimum experience is required to earn the charter. Even if you clear all the three levels, you won't be able to get a charter because you have to showcase your relevant experience. And that relevant experience must be in investment research, investment banking, like you all mentioned, PE, private equity, and all other stuff. Rather than just selling those particular products, come into the research part of the finance. So hence it provides a very lucrative opportunities in India, abroad. It has strong focus on ethics, professions, practicals, and so on. Okay, I'll also take care of the chat messages, Ashmit. Also, okay, sir, I was searching for articleship in the GT. Can I apply for the same statutory department and all and finance structure? Okay, maybe Ishwar, so you can try for it. You can share your profile. Let's just see how we can just also help into that. Sir, I am a UG first year student and will I be able to enroll for CF 11? Yeah, you can enroll. So they say that 23 months, or I would say that 2 years, minimum of 2 years of graduation to write the examination. So even if you enroll today, you count 23 months from here and not from here, like from your start of the graduation. So Bhavesh, when did you enroll for your undergraduation? I think so. It must be around
The
June,
month
July.
particularly.
Uh-huh.
Mhm. The month, I think, particularly, that's what is required.
July. So count from here, July 2025, count from here 23, 24 months. So you will be finally eligible in 2027, June, July attempt or like that. So at least prepare for that. But if you start preparing for that today, then you would be able to not only write but clear the exam. Okay? Yeah. All articleship as you mentioned. Okay. So you can share with Ashmit. Ashmit ka email ID hoga. So Ashmit,
Yeah,
you can.
I'll drop my email ID.
Yeah. Bhavesh, sure. Thank you so much. Okay. So we can move to the next slide. If anyone has any question, feel free to ask. Yeah. And we will be happy to take up all the questions in between.
So we have one more question shared by
Please.
Hemant. That is CA and CFA a good combination for getting into investment banking?
I would say that what do you want to become? So chartered accountants are different, CFAs are different. So I'll share one easy example with you. So there's a friend of mine who's a chartered accountant, and he's working with one of these big four organizations. And he says that, boss, our main job is into audit assurance and preparation of the financial statements, which is there. Then he says that, Gaurav, when your job starts? I said, moment your job ends, you prepare your financial statements audit, then our work starts to analyze, evaluate, valuations, and so on. And hence the comparison comes up. So if you have audited correctly, then my work would start for the purpose of forecasting, budgeting, planning, valuation, M&A, all of the stuff where my consulting role will definitely come into picture. Hence, these two are different lines. And if the person, suppose, if the person is chartered accountant and a CFA together, then person has to take his or her own call to understand which line they should choose into. For example, they want to still remain into audit assurance, taxations, and so on, or they want to take forward, which is the valuation aspect, investment banking area, and so on. Because CFA is more towards investment banking, valuation, corporate finance, mergers and acquisitions, equity, debt, private equity, alternate investments, portfolio management. These are the areas where CFA actually works. So these are two different lines. I would prefer, or I rather recommend, that please help yourself to choose one and then take it forward. Otherwise, do not mix these two lines. Though this is finance is very vast. And good to have right questions so that you are rightly guided and supported from our team itself. Thank you. So equity research. Equity research, Ishwar, is none other than into valuation of a company using the fundamental valuation, which is the discounted cash flow models and so on. So where the equity research actually comes up. And generally the private equity means that company has raised the funds to fund the projects and so on through a private route. So I'm sure you must have heard about Shark Tank India. There are companies who comes into picture. They share that yes, we are happy to invest in your company to become a specific shareholder, a 20% shareholder. However, we want 100% of our money back in next 5 years. So private equity firms comes with an objective to take an exit route after 5 years, 6 years like that. And this is also a very important part in investment banking, where everyone is actually taking care of that how using a private equity route they can fund other companies projects, and they take their exit route and then go away. This is complete part of the valuation also. However, it has been driven by something which is known as the equity partnership using a private firms. So there are many private firms which actually helps to do that. However, equity research is absolutely different issue. Mukul has further question. PC equities and analyst and product controllers are positions similar to audit? Not necessary. Audit is a different thing, Mukul, and and also the equity analyst is absolutely different, which I was just discussing. So both are different areas. However, what Ishwar has also mentioned, this answers your question too. So IB and PE both are different. Investment banking is more towards valuation and so on. It is known as IBD, Investment Banking Division. And there is a private equity division also. There is a corporate finance also. There is a credit market also. There is a risk and quantitative solution also. All are finance. However, CFAs are rightly preferred in investment banking, private equity, equity research, and all of the stuff.
So we have one more question that says that if I join for CFA, can I get jobs in these profiles that you have mentioned? So I think, yeah.
Yeah. So I'll share my experiences with all of you. So I do not see a person who is clearing a CFA all three levels for the jobs. I see a person who has just immediately cleared CFA level 1 because we know that their standard and their level of knowledge will definitely increase. On the screen itself, friends, you could see that there are 10 subjects on the left hand side, which is level 1. And they says that ethics, quant, eco, FSA, corporate issuer, equity, fixed income derivatives, alternate, and portfolio. All these subjects has their own weightages. These are again decided by the CFA Institute. So once this thing particular part is cleared, then you are ready to contribute in an investment banking line, equity research line as a research analyst, financial due diligence into, and many more areas. So sorry guys, my throat is a bit bad. And you could also go into quantitative research also because quantitative methods are also covered. Now, there will be different lines put together. However, after completing level one, I'm again repeating this, you will immediate get a job opportunity and do not restrict yourself ki boss, I'll complete level 2, I'll complete level 3 and then find a job. Even if you try to find a job after that, then you won't be able to get a charter because to earn that CFA charter, you should have minimum 3 years of relevant experience in your hand. So start giving yourself an opportunity to take an experience. Level 1 followed by level 2 you complete, take 3 years of experience and then jump to level 3 or make yourself eligible to write for the examination of level 3. If you're only studying, that is different story altogether. But we recommend that yes, don't sit idle at home. Give yourself an opportunity to get exposure from the market itself. And there are good opportunities which are available. CFA level 1 candidates again are preferred in companies like WNS, EvalueServe, Equity Knowledge Partners, or wherever the research work is required. Okay. So,
Uh,
as you could see on on the screen itself, level 1 and level 2. Level 2, level 1, both are subject-wise same. There is no change in that. However, there is a change in the weightage of the subject, which is in level 2, ethics has changed from 15 to 20% to 5 to 10%. Same goes with almost similar with the quant, economics slightly increased, FSA slightly reduced, corporate finance increased, equity increased, where they try to put more stress on, and followed by portfolio and the alternate investments. They put a range. There is a reason for that particular range is that there could be some 10 questions or 15% questions which might come up as per the what is going on in the market right now and as per the demand for the same. So these people, CFA people, are intelligent. They understand that what is required in the market currently, and hence they try to put questions or more questions on that specific area. For example, alternate investment is booming up, hence they try to put the same thing too, followed by portfolio management, followed by the financial analysis and so on, and the corporate issues. Hence, level 1, level 2 is so strategically designed. And friends, it's a one paper of, I think so, Ashmit, we have a paper related or examination related slide also.
yeah.
We'll move to that slide. However, we'll see the level 3. Level 3 is the choice of the participant. So asset collection, portfolio construction, performance management, all are there. However, there are pathways. Pathways means after first five, which is asset, performance, derivatives, ethics, and so on. There's a pathway. Pathway means again you have to choose your specialization. If you would like to go into portfolio market, portfolio management specifically. Choose that as a specialized area of yours, and then the case study would be around that, followed by private market, followed by private wealth. So you have to make a choice at the time of selecting the level 3, because you have to give your consent to the institute that I would like to go ahead with, say, portfolio management and so on, and hence they would let you sit for that particular eligible examination, and hence the trainings are like that only. Okay. What would be average pay for CFA level 1 past candidates? What should be? What is your expectation? Uh-huh. See, if it is in India, it would be between 8 to 10 lakhs if it is in India. And it depends on company to company. And it depends on, and even ये वाला package MBA finance को मिलता है. Do you know this? MBA finance from good tier college in India. I'm not talking about IIMs and all. Barring those IIMs and very top or ISB like that. So all those colleges even get even lesser than that. Even they are doing specialization in finance. So FII to all of you, you guys are not a competitor to MBA in finance. You guys are one level above. Even if you are level 1 candidate or you have passed level 1. Okay, sir, after clearing level 1, is it compulsory to clear remaining level 2 in a particular timeline? No, not required. You can take a break of 2 years. That's up to you. However, the CFA Institute, I would say, motivates to write the next level examination within 3 years. Else, the registration, or I would say the eligibility criteria, gets lapsed. Though those particular guidelines are already there on the website itself. So you'll not keep it कि बस आज मैंने किया तो after 10 years I'll write for level 2. It don't do like that. However, there's an eligibility criteria and there is a timeline for the same thing to take it forward. Yeah, next slide. Is there any exemption from subjects for CA? Okay, let's meet the CFA Institute in US and then talk on the table itself. We all being fighting for them for this exemption. However, there is no exemption, and do not uh, you know keep some wrong expectations. I'm telling candidly in front of all of you, everyone, that no exemptions. They do not call any exemptions. Even if you are a CA, even if you are a chartered accountant also. Who gets more? CFA level 2, who gets more means
I think
the
they're talking
package.
about the pay.
Definitely CFA level 3.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
But what would you say here?
Ashmit, you heard me. There is no level easy. No
Yeah,
level which is an easy level. And I would like
right.
to call in this way, friends. You will find CFA level 1 very difficult. Reason is that if you'll not study, if you'll not put 150 plus 150 hours of yours, you'll find it difficult ki boss, it is so tough and we heard about it, now we are seeing a nightmare. However, it will be a dream come true for all of you. The moment you see that, yes, I have studied for 150 hours in my training program, and I have put my 150 and 200 more hours for to be eligible to write the CFA level 1 examination with a confidence. And their marks and scores comes around 1900 in total, followed by you have to score 1600 out of 1900, and those marks are being declared by the CFA Institute itself. And only three golden words, in fact, four golden alphabets comes: PASS or FAIL. Okay, so now they have changed it to pass and not pass rather than fail. Fail is a demotivating word or so. However, so they put it like that. CFA level 1 is comparatively easier in comparison to level 2 and level 3. However, if we do not study, all levels are very tough. Okay, so my take for this, level 1 is good average level. People who have completed, who you understand economics, finance, and who have an inclination towards number crunching, deep diving into the data and all of the stuff, and they want to be into research, then I think so. CFA is a very, it's a target line for all of you to take it forward. हमारे टाइम पे इतनी अच्छी काउंसलिंग नहीं होती थी. In the 2008 when I completed, it was just like buzzword CFA. Okay, let's enroll into it, and then I enrolled. That time Ashmita was very small, so hence she was not able to. So, anyways, other than this lighter notes, but yes, important is to understand that yes, you are eligible for that thing, and give yourself a chance to take it to a next level. So, Ashmit, shall we just take up the questions which are there in the chat? A qualified CA who has cleared a CFA level 1 with current package of 18, can he or she expect a pay package of? How would I been able to comment on that, Mahesh? Yes, you always think about 25 lakhs, 7 lakhs increase, right? So negotiate with an HR. I'm not an HR, okay? But yes, if you are rightly qualified, rightly eligible, tell them that I'm rightly qualified. However, see the profile for which actually you are applying. I understand that, if even if I'm rightly qualified, I should be given a right opportunity, right project, right designation, so that I would be able to justify it. So tomorrow Ashmit promotes to a manager or a director, then the salary package definitely folds. Will not be only into percentage of 5, 10%, 15%. Don't take it differently, Ashmit. So I'm just taking some simple numbers. However, if she's looking for that role, then she should be eligible, rightly experienced, and so on. And hence that thing automatically upgrades into folds. Target that. Don't only target package. The package they will definitely get, guys. Target the right profile so that whatever you have learned and combination of your CA and your I would say the CFA level 1 or level 2 definitely will help you take you to the different level. Is clearing CFA level 1 or help to helps getting a good master program, or is it mainly valuable for job opportunities? Yes. So job opportunities definitely are there. Many job opportunities are there. So that's why I'm saying that CFA level 1 and 2 level candidates are preferred in comparison to master degrees. However, if the level 2 candidate would like to go ahead with a master degree, definitely they are most welcome to do that. And I did the same thing, the live example in front of you. I cleared my grad, I followed the CFA level 1, and I cleared my CA inter, first of all. Then I did my CFA level, all the levels completed 2.5 years. Then I saw that there's a good need me to be in the classroom sessions and so on, because that was a self study which I did. And while pursuing my CFA, then I did my MBA specializing in finance. That's a full time. So masters, all professional masters degrees and so on. So better go ahead with that. However, immediately do not go ahead with any master degree. Give yourself an opportunity to work for 2, 3, 4 years. Do an executive master, 1 year master degree, and then it will be more valued for you and for the organization. See, more qualifications are good. However, utilization of the qualification the right way is most important for all of you. Divya. I am a CA article trainee. Okay. Will CFA be a good add-on from my CA degree, or should I go for MBA finance? If you are pursuing, or if you want to be in investment banking, Divya, my question to you is, if you want to be into investment banking area, core research, hardcore research, finance, means majorly into finance, not into accounting, auditing. CFA, close your eyes and start your journey into that. If you want to focus on accounting, audit, or internal audits, and so on, then take a CA degree. Hence, there is a classification into that. So choose accordingly. We are here to guide you better. What are the scholarship program of a CFA and I being listening to? I can. So scholarship is being offered. We had a discussion with CFA Institute also. Scholarship being offered to, or in a special cases, they say that they have to write a mail to the CF Institute. They guide us, and even we can also help you guide. Write for that scholarship that these are the specific criterias, or the person. I'm not saying for you, Ishwar. So you're already a Ishwar here. So I'm not saying so. A person is coming from different background, or maybe not able to afford the fee and so on. So they have to prepare the specific case, and then the scholarship criteria comes into picture. However, scholarship is not guaranteed by CFA. They say that yes, we can think about that particular, and it is case to case basis, and not necessarily everything would be paid up. Like for example, if the fee is say a lakh rupee, converting from dollar to rupee, which is 1500 currently, including registration for 2026, then they say that yes, we are ready to give a scholarship of 50, 60, max 70% on that. So they have a cap on that. Everything is not 100% being free for all of you. The second, practice the same, or should I work in other companies? First, work in other companies. Get, so Even if you become a charter holder, or you have to work for minimum 3 years, then you can get it. However, if you would like to start your own organization as a practice in India, you have to help yourself to register as a merchant banker rather than an investment banker. Word like investment banking is not there in India. Investment banking organizations works in India, like Citi, Deutsche, you name out many, Morgan Stanley and HSBC, all. Those organizations do a deep dive research on the specific companies. CFA can be registered with them. Not registered, I would say CFA can work with them. However, after completing your CFA and getting a charter, you could also register yourself in US. That I would like to register myself as an investment banker, individual capacity. However, there is no word like an investment banker individual registration in India. Hence, even if you try to start your own practice, you won't be able to basis that same thing. Sorry. You could open your own consulting organization or consulting firm by saying that, yes, I prepare, I help people prepare the right portfolios and so on. But you will not be able to register your basis your charter, an organization or a consulting firm, or I would say which is into an investment banking or a merchant banker. You have to get attached with a merchant banking organization, which is again a lucrative offer. I did my article in an audit and currently working in an audit, but I am more inclined towards IB. Then Mukul, welcome to investment banking. Welcome to CFA level 1. That is what I say. Okay. Ashmit, we can take it forward. So we have talked about the weightages, which is into portfolio management, private markets, and private wealth. We can move ahead. Yeah. Exam eligibility, we have already discussed. Maximum attempts per level, 6 attempts. So there is a cap on the maximum levels. So up to 2 attempts per calendar year you can definitely get. And timing restrictions and partial attempts counts towards the sixth attempt limited. Partial attempt means the person has out of 4 hours 30 minutes, he attempted only for 2 hours 30 minutes, means the first part of the day. It means it is known as a partial attempt, but to be counted as a part of the full attempt. Okay. Yeah, next question. Next slide, please. Yes. Okay. So we have a level one's focus areas. Let's come on the slide. Basic knowledge, investment tools, and so on. Multiple choice. So level one is comparatively easier with respect to level two because it's more conceptual. MCQ based. Every question is MCQ based. Examination comes for 4.5 hours, which is divided into two sections of 2 hours 15 minutes each. So sections with optional breaks. You could take optional break in between, or you could write the complete examination and go back home. Total questions are 180. So 90 MCQs in 2 hours 15 minutes. 90 MCQs, 2 hours 15 minutes you have to attempt. There is no negative marking, and they see that how you have already attempted and basis the concepts and so on. So once you study CF for about the class or attend the classes, then you would all come to know that boss level, the question level is very good, means intermediate to a higher level. There is no basic level question, and options are quite interrelated, or options are very nearer to what you have actually studied. So hence we not only complete the concept, we train participants to reach to that level, which is important for everyone. Okay, followed by level 2, and we have 2 hour 12 minute session, and we have 2 hour 12 minute session in level 3 and so on. Focus on level 1 first, so that you'll get a complete taste of what is CFA. That's what we actually says to all of you. Nayan is saying, okay, I got someone who has engineering background, doesn't have an experience in finance domain. What should be the standard approach towards CFA level 1? So, CFA motivates people who come from the non-finance background also. Since you are from engineering background, you must have studied mathematics and all of the stuff. However, if you have an inclination towards crunching number and towards finance, better take this particular line. And tomorrow, day after. So I'll share another example with you. So you have done engineering in which area, Nayan? I mean, what is your specialization? If you can just type in the chat quickly. Civil. So when you go to companies like Evaluator, when you go to the company like Moody's Analytics, which is Equity Knowledge Partners today and WNS, what they do is, even which my team also used to do. So all the research work is divided into different industries. We have banking, financial institutes, we have steel, we have engineering and products. You name out, we have telecom, pharma, you name out any industry. To deep dive into the specific research area, a person who is from finance background is for sure is must, and person who is from the engineering background and followed by he is CFA level 1 is a deadliest combination. Ask me why, because he understand the industry related terminologies better than any other finance background person. So we used to hire people who are from the right background itself. So there's a biotechnology, then we hired a person from biotechnology background itself. We upskilled him on them, so those financial terminologies, and then he started writing reports for us, which are paid reports, on that particular areas where he put his own experience, which is aligned with that. So it will not be a mismatch of the line, rather than it will be a good blend combination of the two specific areas and to take it forward. I am. Thank you. Passing percentage of level 1, if I'll say that it is 45 to 50%, 50% level 1 is good. Means if 100 participants are appearing into that, 50% participants are able to clear it. Can you please tell me the passing percentage? Yeah, same. Thanks, Nail. Okay, we can move to the next slide, Ashmit. CFA level 1, good news, guys. सबके लिए अच्छा न्यूज़ है. Feb, May, August, November, 4 times you can, any of the 4 times you can write your examination. However, if someone appears in Feb and not been able to clear, then next attempt would be in August, not in May, because it would take 1.5 months to get the scores or results declared. Then you can, or the eligible candidate can write in the month of August or in the month of November. However, only 2 times in a year. And same goes with the level 3. The level 2 examinations are 3 times in a year, and level 3 examinations are 2 times in a year, which is Feb and August. So this is something which is again decided by the CFA Institute. Okay, so plan your things accordingly. And how many marks would it be required out of 180? 180 is not the total mark. 180 are the questions, number of questions. Total marks are 1900. So I've written one word for all of you. You can also write it down. We call it minimum passing score, MPS. Ashmit, you can also write it in the chat, or I'll just also write. So we call it MPS, minimum passing score, which should be 1600 in level 1 out of 1900. Yes. So this is the criteria from their side. How they calculate, what they happen. So we have a document, we can share it with all of you, because that is not in control of any student or any person or any organization who's providing you the services and so on. So CFA Institute takes care of the same thing too. So pass CFA exam, which is level 3, and build up practical skills and so on, and complete qualifying work experience, which is at least 4,000 hours, which is almost equivalent to 3 years and something or the other, and apply for the mentorship, which is 2 to 3 professional references and so on, and become a CFA Chartered Institute holder. So these are the 4 important things how to get the CFA charter process and so on. However, if you go back, Ashmit, there are mandate things which have already come up. Just go to the previous slides. One thing I would like to share, just one more previous slide, which is level 1 and so on. So at the time of writing the examination, there are mandate training programs which you have to also complete. Now CF Institute have started. Sorry, guys, my throat is a bit bad today. So first is the financial modeling and valuation course, which you have to mandatorily complete. And second is basic of Python, which you have to mandatorily complete. We recommend you complete financial modeling and valuation in level 1, followed by basic of Python in level 2. This they have introduced 2025 onwards. So once you help yourself register, you would also become eligible to go ahead with those e-learning courses which are already there on the website, and we also provide those particular courses too. However, the good part is that those are specific e-learning you can study as per your own pace. But there is no query session, there's nothing you have to clear. So at the time of examination, keep 2 things always handy. One is your passport and the right name in your own passport. Like if it is written Ashmeet Kaur, it is with double E in her first name. It cannot be IT, ASHMIT core, it should be a match with the passport of Ashmeet. Same goes with Gaurav Arora. So at the time of examination, no Aadhaar card, nothing, guys. Don't get carried away with that. You have to have your own passport with you, with the right name and the right photograph. Entry, okay, and the same thing. So that the same name would also go in your on your hall ticket as well as your certificate too. Second is you have to the result before the declaration of result. Say for example, if you have written in the month of Ashmit, could you please go to the next slide? If you have written examination in the month of May, then it would come in the mid of July, in the mid of July. So before the result declaration, you should also be clearing the mandate e-learning program, which the CFA Institute also provide, which is into financial modeling. Else you will not, your result will not get declared. Okay, ji? So please also keep the same thing in mind. This is an update from the CFA Institute. Yeah, so yeah, please take it forward. Thank you. We are done with this. Career opportunities I've already talked about, and I'm always excited. Financial or business analyst role, research analyst, consultant, portfolio manager, and we have corporate finance analysts. We have financial advisor and the risk analyst too. And again, areas into investment banking, asset management, private equity, risk analytics, corporate finance, and many, many more areas. So CFA is something which is demanded everywhere, and they also do consulting work on their own. They are attached with different organizations also to provide the first level, second level research reports and so on. However, don't get carried away with CFA from the purpose of just doing the mathematical calculations, preparing financial models and so on. This is part of the job. The next part of the job is into writing right research reports, so where the numbers gets put into or being shown into. So those particular research reports are company profiles, pitch decks, pitch books, like that. So always help yourself to think from that point of view, that you have an opportunity to contribute in the research report day one itself. And once, if you work with companies like Morningstar or who are into research itself, could be Capital IQ, Morningstar, or HSBC or any other organization who writes a report, then your report would come with your own name and along with your designation. This is something which is an intangible asset to all of you at the time of writing the reports. Right. So if you have any question on this slide, so this is something, and this is something which we also look forward. We never say that CFA role, we say that level one, level two also in that. And if you are rightly qualified, nothing like it. So see yourself that you're working tomorrow on these organization, on any of the roles which are mentioned here. Feel free to ask questions. Okay. So here you go. If you have any queries or anything, feel free to ask.
Yeah,
We would be happy to address. Yeah,
I
Ashmeet.
think there are some queries in the Q&A also. So someone has asked, Mohammed has asked that also there is any module in all three levels, or we have to clear all papers in one go.
All paper in one go. There, because there is one exam for all the papers. So sorry. So 4.5 hour exam would comprise all the 10 subjects which we mentioned in level one. So Ashmit, if you can go to the subject wala slide.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. So on the left hand side, as you could see, guys, level one, all these subjects would come as one paper or in one paper itself. Mix and match of the questions and so on. Some questions would be from quant and all. Their hierarchies would be different. However, you should attempt all, which we recommend. uh, but it will be a one examination. 4.5 hours, you can take a 15-minute break in between. You cannot go out of the examination hall. You can take a bio break or anything else. You can even take a smaller break for yourself. Sorry. And then take it forward. Yeah. Okay. Queries, more queries. Limited to location like Mumbai, etc. Mahesh, okay. Does Bangalore also provide good opportunities for CFA? Yes. So companies who are located on different city or in different cities, definitely opportunities are there. So like we have Evaluaserve, HSBC Bank, we have Moody's Analytics, We have capital IQ in all different cities, even in tier 2 cities also. So it is not restricted to Mumbai, never ever. So don't take it as a bottleneck for you. It's everywhere. Opportunities are everywhere. How you would like to grab it, that is important. Looking at our stats, CFA is easier than CA. Divya, I wish. Right. So when I joined CFA, keeping the same thing in mind, I was already a CA inter. I completed that, and hence I found it comparatively easier and correlated. However, at the time of examination, like it was, it was a red chili for me. I'm not able to. But yes, I was able to digest it. I was able to digest it to the best possible I can. But yes, it is good. It gave me a good experience, and yes, it is. I won't say CFA is tough, CA is not tough. I don't want to say that because both are different qualifications and respected qualifications and so on. CFA comes with a good level, so requires good minimum number of hours to study. And CFA is interesting. If people are into finance, CFA is the bestest choice, I would say that. No questions asked on that. Sir, do you own both CA and CFA degree? No, no, I own a CFA degree and CA charter. CA inter, sorry. I hold MBA finance.
There's one more question by Hemant. He's saying that can we pursue CFA during articleship and clear it?
Yeah, so don't disclose, na. Simple. You can pursue anything. No worries. Yes, important is that you should be clear about why you would like to pursue. Even if you're doing an articleship of, see, if you're doing a CA articleship of 3 years and then you are doing a CFA, don't waste your time in CA then. Better study and come into direct line, come into job. 1 year, give yourself one year of study in CFA level 1. Write the exam, clear it, and immediately jump to the job. That's what we recommend. Don't waste your 3 years in an articleship or any number of years in that. Then. However, if you are doing it till the time you are writing it, means once it is cleared, then move yourself from one line to another into investment banking, core finance, and so on. Himanshu, maybe it's too detailed a question. Do you want to share a kind of the work of the CFA does in investment banker role or in other positions? Yes. Not so detailed, but yes, I am happy to answer it, Himanshu. The main important work of a CFA is into research analyst role, which we showed in the previous. So, uh, research analyst means that you would be taking care of preparation and working on the detailed financial models into valuation of the companies, like relative valuation models, doing the complete research, doing the peer group comparison, followed by doing an equity research, which is into DCF valuations, forecasting the numbers, and so on. This is one of the aspects which is into quantitative. Another aspect is into qualitative, which is into preparing the research reports. So it could be 4 pager, 5 pager, or it could be preparing a pitch book. And you will not be doing all the tasks together. There will be a team. So one project has come up, again divided into team, which is Gaurav, Ashmi, Himanshu. All different tasks could be divided as per their expertise. And hence you will gain that specific experiences too. Right? Okay. So Ishwar is saying, Ashwin, can you share your contact and I can connect this? So this is question to you, Ashmit. Okay, you have
I've
already
answered.
written.
Yeah.
Thank you. So Divya, will CA degree help CFA job roles or others are irrelevant? So CA degree helps CFA job roles. You will find CFA more interesting rather than tough if CA degree is there. You will find it aligned from the point of view of accounting, corporate finance, except taxation and audit, you will find it aligned almost in everything. That is important. Divya. Oh, I could understand. I could sense that you are doing a CA and then you want to also add some more value. Will CFA help in stock market analyst? You guys are the first choice. CFAs are the first choice. I was a visiting faculty with NSE for 3 years, with other two more institutes with for 2 years also on stock markets, derivatives, equity, on how stock market functions. And I'm NSE certified also. NSE certifications into. So this what I figured that yes, CFA gave me another edge, and people start perceiving it that way, that rather than only a NSE certified person is there, the person is rightly qualified, a charter holder, followed by he has done some more certificates from NSE, and hence he's standing and sharing his experiences. Hence, it has become relevant. Hardik is saying CA versus CFA. CFA is in front of you, Hardik. What else should I say to you? Yes, so if it is finance, I repeat, if it is finance, guys, you want to explore finance, portfolio management, investment banking, research, you want to deep dive into it, and you want to have a comparatively better life in comparison to auditors, then come to CFA. However, if you want your line to be into audit, assurance, taxation, core auditing, internal audit, stat audit, then CA is the right choice.
Okay, yeah.
You spoke about mandatory program like financial modeling, which has this. Uh, will that program be provided by CFA Institute? Yes, it is provided by CFA Institute. That's an e-learning program, a basic financial modeling program, very basic, but it is mandated to be completed by them. So just give me a sec. I have that info. Okay, so we'll share the list of this particular programs. Okay, if I'll start my prep from now, alongside my internship, should I register for May or August? So if you register for May or August, so we have our batch which is starting on the 6th of December. If you register for May, there is a specific fee. If you register for August examination, there is a discount in the fee also. So I think so. Ashmeet would be the right person to talk about it later. Maybe you can Ashmeet get him connected with the right person,
Right,
right?
right.
So that what is the overall fee structure and so on. Just make sure that you are eligible to register yourself in an early bird so that you will get a discount from the CFA Institute also rather than from our side. Okay. However, our batch is starting, which is on 6th of December, everyone. CFA level 1 batch is starting, and it will be 150 hours of rigorous training program every Saturday, Sunday, so that your actual day-to-day working will not get hampered. And also, it would be targeting May followed by the August. So people who are targeting themselves to write in May and August, most welcome. Feel free to join. Will it help us see a working under domain like restructuring, deals, amending? Sir, as I asked you earlier, whether it's better for me to choose the statute audit department for my articleship if I'm interested in finance for future, please guide me for the same. Uh, Okay, so you want to go ahead with an articleship in an audit. See, if you want to go ahead with an articleship in an audit, then better choose that line only. However, if you are choosing something which is into the finance area, then better choose a right program today. Invest another 6 months. Say, for example, in CFA level 1, invest another 6 months each way. And then help yourself to get registered. It's a matter of 6 months rather than next 6 years. Otherwise, फिर आपका audit वाला time खराब हो जाएगा. Audit is important from the accounting profile. It might not get counted in the CFA experiences. Can you get details for those batches? Yes, Ashmit, you can share it later. We'll share with everyone. So it is not only two people whom would we be sharing with. Will this 3 year of articleship considered as relevant work experience for CFA charters? Not necessarily. Not necessary because it is important to understand what you have done in an articleship. An articleship is an articleship. Experience means a work experience. We understand that your articleship is eligible as per ICAI, guys. That's why they consider it. However, whether CFA Institute consider that same articleship, we can double check that, but I have not seen that yet. Okay. Sir, can I get a soft copy of this presentation for future reference? Ashmeet, over to you.
Yeah, yeah, we'll share that after the webinar.
Sure.
Okay,
Registration form भी दे देना साथ में.
done.
No, no. So we are just, of course, we would love to have you all and love to not only clarify your doubts, but to give you a clear pathway of taking your journey to a next level, guys. And I'm sure that organizations requires CFA level 1 candidates in next 1 year. And that's why they do not go into different colleges. They try to have good number of yeah, sorry. They try to have good number of CFS candidates with them so that they could also groom them during their office hours. They could also help them groom them, further train them on different models. I used to also do it when I was with different organization. I used to train my team also. I used to give them complete guidance. I used to work with clients, understand their problem areas, provide a solution to that. So it was so dynamic. And of course, we have a few advantages: 150 hours of live online training, industry experts, faculties, including me, and flexible weekend classes, resume building, and mock interviews. You can download your PPTs, what are being there. We'll share as a reference material for all of you. A registration support we also provide, and you can also study on the go from your own mobiles and so on. However, we prefer that you study from your laptop because lot many things you study, share, you get your queries clarified and so on.
And practice as well.
Sorry?
Practice as well.
Practice.
Laptop
Yeah,
makes
yeah.
practice also easier. Yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, are there any material provided by CFA Institute for the same, or it is better for? Yes. So, CFA Institute provides their own LMS to access the material rather than to download the material. So, though we recommend students or participants to go ahead with the CFA recommended material, which we will be sharing during the session, that which material to choose from day one. And because see, today you all are registered into that CFA. Now, today you have an opportunity immediately to see the detailed material on the CFA LMS itself. But that is very much detailed. Even one book will take you 200 hours. One book I'm talking about, one module. 200 hours multiplied with 10 subjects. So 2000 hours, maybe. Next slide, Ashmit.
So I believe we've answered majority of the questions. And
Sure.
for any remaining questions, you can get in touch with our team. I've dropped in the number, and they will also be contacting you to know more about your queries and to help you resolve them. So thank you, everyone. You've been a lovely audience.